It's horrible. You think, how can this be? I still feel like this is a horrible dream gone bad. Sometimes I will pinch myself to see if it hurts. With a diagnosis of ALS, your life is put on notice. From then on you have a subacute disease with daily loss. It is also a diagnosis of hope. We all search for any hint of treatment and cure.
Lord Jesus, be our guest. Let these guests be blessed. Amen.
All the kids came over, which is great. And we'll celebrate mothers here today and just life in general.
My dad grew up with kind of very humble beginnings in rural Nebraska and turned that into a career that was really special to a lot of people. He's widely respected as one of the most influential pediatricians of kind of his era. He's had such a deep impact on so many people, so many people's lives.
But at that very moment,
I think that our kids know that short of a miracle, I have 1 to 2 years left. The grandkids have seen major changes. They call me Papa. They still love me and I love them.
He's grounded. He has a faith, and he shares his faith and he shows his faith. Passionate. He's a lousy gardener.
my dad is probably the one person in my life that cares so much about other people. He has taken it on as his personal mission in life to improve the lives of the less fortunate, especially children. And you don't meet anybody that doesn't like the guy.
My dad worked tirelessly for children's efforts, whether it be the school board or with the American Academy of Pediatrics. He traveled around the world for different causes.
My dad's been a caregiver and somebody that's given so much to kids regardless of their age. And life comes full circle.
Oh, it's been awful for Tom. When he was in practice, he had a family that he took care of the 2 boys. And the mother had ALS, and he said to himself, if there's one disease I hope I never get, it's ALS. And here it is. It's always hard to hear bad news. It was Christmas of 2011, and he noticed that he couldn't sing in church. It was not being able to sing, and then some weakness in his left shoulder. And then we went from walking pretty normally to then having to use a cane, from a cane to a walker, from a walker to a wheelchair, from a wheelchair to a motorized wheelchair, from getting in and out of a car from the wheelchair to now a van where he can drive his wheelchair up. So every stage is different.
Okay, let's try going back. We were doing some passive range of motion, trying to maintain the mobility in his joints and the flexibility in his muscles so he's able to perform transfers easier, sit upright in a chair, and move around functionally a little bit better. Right there? Okay.
Over the past few months, his left arm has pretty much become kind of frozen. He can still lift it and put it onto the computer and still move the fingers, but the right arm is now getting involved. Tom calls it a day of daily losses, and I think that's true. If you watch his arm, it looks like he's, having little seizures in his arms, but it's muscle that's deteriorating right in front of your eyes, and you can't do anything about it.
when they get that diagnosis, obviously it's devastating. It's devastating to them. It is so unusual in this day and age to hear that there's nothing that we can really do for you other than clinically manage your symptoms. At the UNMC Physicians Neurological Sciences Certified Treatment Center of Excellence, our goal is really to provide the best quality of care, but really we are the same professionals that see them every 3 months and really hope to be their support system throughout this, and at times become like a second family to them, moving through what is a very, very devastating disease.
We have a very dedicated group of people that put 200% effort in making this clinic the best it can be and providing the best we can to our patients. Our main goal is to be a positive factor in our patients' life and be a source of hope and to make patients live better. We have to increase our awareness and engage people on the fight against ALS. This is a battle that we must win. As Antonio just told me several times, ALS is a catastrophic event in someone's life. And we have to show strong resolve, the same resolve we had when we decided to go to the moon.
My health is poor. It's like your whole body is affected. I have urgency, frequency, abdominal pain and bloating along with muscle pain and spasms. The only thing that seems to work, and Jane would probably disagree, is my brain.
I mean, you just got to give him hands up that he tries everything he can. He doesn't let go of a project, so he kind of, he's a Teddy Roosevelt, a bully pulpit. So, and I can't say enough for his courage.
I think it's the worst thing in the world to watch someone you love so much suffer and not want to suffer. But he has an incredible spirit, and he still wants to do things, and he still wants to get out, and he still wants to advocate for children. He's still wanting to do everything that he's still passionate about, and you have to admire him for that. So many people would just give up, and he's not. He's a fighter.
You know, many times throughout my dad's life, he's been able to get on the bandwagon with other causes and eradicate diseases throughout the world, and I think that this is, one final tribute that he can do and that we can do for him. I love you. I'm really sad that you won't be around for my kids' lives too much longer, but know that I will continue to live for you and be able to do lots of things with them that I know that you would have loved to do. So, thank you.
Dad, going through this disease, you're one of the bravest people I've ever met in my life. Where other people would have given up and other people have told you to give up, you continue to push forward and continue to try it to get the treatment, as well as figured out ways to modify your lifestyle to be able to try to drive impact on others. For that, I'm never indebted. What you've shown my kids on how you should live your life, and how you've shown us on how we should live our life forever. I'm indebted to you. Just want to say thank you and love you. And I hope, if nothing else, what we can do through some of this is build awareness to give other people the strength that they need to fight this horrible disease.
I will be screaming from my grave on behalf of children's issues, but I add a second voice on behalf of people with ALS and their families and loved ones. As a pediatrician, I have embraced a life course perspective. As one who has given in the past, I am now in a position to humbly and graciously accept help. I believe in the Lakota quote, "What I do today will be seen in 7 generations to come." I want you to know that even though I can't smile, I can smile in my heart.